as I was saying, people always come to my classes, and when they do, somebody always approaches me on the side and tells me, even though I clearly stated in my rules, and they go, "Hey, can I appendix carry?" And my first question is, why, comma, are you intending to shoot your dick off? Because if you are intending on that, I can't let you do it. What's your reasons? And then I just think that's a better carry. Now these are firearms instructors, and I have to question your level of logic if you first believe in the 4 universal firearm safety rules. Treat every weapon as if it's loaded. Never point a weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot. Understand that. Never point a weapon at anything that you don't intend to shoot. There's my problem. Keep your finger straight and off trigger rated fire, weapon on safety rated fire, and of course know your target, what's in front of it and back of it. But pointing a weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot. Now I do some tactical training, so there are times when we will disable the weapons and flag the barrels, flag the chambers, and then we'll do some pretty dynamic drills. But other than that, I do not believe in ever using a live firearm for real training. And I have people who are insistent, and people who have been around firearms all their lives, and yet they can't grasp that one simple concept of never point a weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot. Well, about 10 inches below my belt is my most prized possession, and I don't want to point the muzzle of a gun there. Now, some of you may think that appendix carry is the best way to carry. Try driving. Try operating equipment. Try driving a truck or a car or a motorcycle for that matter, and then get back to me after you've spent an hour in that position, because it's not the most comfortable position. I do understand that when you appendix carry, it's easier to conceal than a holster on the side. But let's talk about negligent discharges. And, well, do you mean accidental discharge? No, I mean negligent, because if your gun goes off at any time and you don't expect it to, and you're not intending for that gun to fire, it's negligence on your part. So why would you point your gun down there? It just doesn't make sense to me. Fat guys, no offense if you're fat, I'm fat, but fat guys, you're fighting gravity, you're fighting your belly, and somehow that still makes sense to you. Also, there's constant contact with the frame of your weapon. I want you to think about that, because you guys are running Smith & Wessons and other weapons with external safeties on them. What are you going to do when you're fooling around and trying to readjust your gun because it's starting to dig into your stomach now, and you are trying to find the right position, and you inadvertently hit that safety and knock the safety off? Or you're reaching down and, God forbid, you accidentally pull the trigger, because it has happened. Now, with that being said, it's also happened with people who carry on the belt, side holster carry, inside the belt, outside the belt. It's happened also. But that's happened because of lack of training. And if you have lack of proper training, then stupid stuff is going to happen. Now, lack of proper training is the guy who buys a gun, they never take a class. And look, I'm all for everyone owning firearm. Everyone. Felon or not. Because that's what the Constitution says. It doesn't say if. It doesn't say unless. And that's the same thing with appendix carry. It says never, or the 4 universal firearm safety rules say never point a weapon, rule number 2, at anything that you don't intend to shoot. And yet appendix carry guys are like, yeah, Bob, but unless it's appendix carry. I don't get that. Even cross draw, guys with these old huge magnums that love to reach across like the Walker Texas Ranger style and cross draw, even that is safer than an appendix carry. So just my food for thought on that, because a lot of you guys just don't want to drill if you're wherever you're at that does allow concealed carry. Hawaii loves to push concealed carry classes, and we have no concealed carry here. But these guys that love to push concealed carry, but they refuse to take a class. I just don't get that. They won't train. I'm on the weekend, I'm on the range every weekend. And when classes are available that are beneficial to me, I mean, there are classes around that maybe I don't approve of or don't think are anything, I can get anything out of them. It doesn't mean they're bad classes, it just means I don't think I can get anything out of them. Or they're too much, of course. But you should be taking classes all the time. I've shot at nearly every major shooting school in the country. And I traveled and went to these locations in Arizona, in Nevada, in Indiana, in Texas. So I want you to think about that, because the training is important. That is the most important aspect. It's like having a beautiful, elaborate toolbox and large set of tools, and you never know how to use any of the tools, because ultimately that's what a firearm is. It's a tool. So think about that, put that in your wisdom box, and decide how you want to carry, because carrying is a burden. I mean, I don't disagree with concealed carry. I think that everybody should concealed carry, because that would stop a lot of this shit that's going on, including riots, destruction of public property. Law-abiding, legal concealed would put a stop to a lot of that stuff. But unfortunately, the world that we live in, if you are a law-abiding citizen, you are already behind the 8 ball. So tell me what you think. Watch out for my next videos, like and subscribe, and you can find us on missionbravo.com or smithtaekwondo.com. This is Bob Smith. Till next time, out.